Hey, I'm Carson, and I did my argument on socialism and how it's really bad, and I don't like it at all. But people out there that do are just crazy. Um, Socialism is just total, like, it's crap. Like, it's really stupid, and it's there's a there was a sign at the zoo that said, "Don't feed the animals, or they'll become dependent on it." And that is basically what socialism is, because people that make money and work really hard for it, and the government just takes that and gives it to people that are just really lazy, just don't work. And that's just not fair, because if you work, if you go to school for a lot of years and get a nice job and you have to like not make that much money, it's not worth it. So everyone will just become lazy and not motivated to do anything. And yeah, that's why our country is really cool, because we have opportunity, and that's what capitalism is. And you can go buy your own property and do what you want because you own it, and not many countries can let you do that. That's pretty cool. But in other countries, socialism, the government gets to take control of what you pay, what you get, and it doesn't really make sense, because what you buy and sell. But instead, you're getting an opportunity to make something cool out of it and not work, and you want to work hard enough, and the government gets to decide what you make. And that is just really crappy, because if you work really hard and they just decide what you make, that's not what you want to do. And well, like capitalism, the sky's the limit. You can work as hard, make as much money. You can make millions, billions. You can make, that's your money. You made it. You worked hard for it. But like, yeah, socialism is just taking, well, like dividing it equally, and that's just total crap. And yeah, like back to like when the zoo and they don't feed the animals because they depend on it. That's what socialism does. If you keep giving people something they don't earn, and they just accept that you keep giving stuff and not worked for it as hard. If my parents stopped paying for my cell phone, then I would work more hours to pay for my cell phone, and so I can have it. Same with my car. But as long as they keep paying for it, I'm not going to turn them down, because it's kind of nice that they keep paying for it. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And capitalism affords people to work hard and give them what they want, and socialism forces someone to give money to someone else without their consent, and the government giving the money to the needy. The government also promises everyone that will get the same, and never quite tell you what that means. Like, everyone will be living in a nice car, or a nice house, or like an apartment, or share house, but nothing's ever free, because free, like someone like, I don't know, what's his name, Joe Budden, I forgot his name, but like free medical care is paid for by someone, free housing, free college, free everything is paid by someone. And really good, and it sounds really good, but people fall for it all the time. And before we had ton of government programs, people would always give back and help other people. That people that were really rich always give back to people that are pretty poor, and they always just give back. I don't never seen really anybody that's rich haven't given back to like a charity or at all. But yeah, if socialism, they don't really want to give back, they just take, and that's just not good. All right, that is very bad. And yeah, and people won't be as motivated to work hard if socialism was a thing. Idiots out there that think socialism is wonderful should visit Venezuela and countries like that, or taking land from rich farmers and who could afford it because they worked hard and to build a farming business. They took their land and gave it to the poor. The poor didn't earn it and didn't farm as good as the farmers who owned it. And farming went way downhill, and the country made all of its money in farming, and when that goes down, that everyone starves and no one makes any money because people don't work as hard and they're not motivated to do anything. If you go over to let's say if you go over to Africa and the poor want to own land so they can build their dream of owning a business like we do over here, but they can't own property, then they stay poor. That can't build a business, that's great. They can't build a business, that's great, because they don't have any opportunities like we do in America with capitalism and all that. We are very lucky to live in America, where we're able to go to school if we want to, and own a business if we want to, and make a lot of money if we want to. And I would rather have that than only getting what the government would give you, which would be really crappy because you're not going to get a lot. It's like making barely anything, because you're just having it and giving it to people that don't care. And yeah, it's like if half of a room, say it was 40 people in the room, 20 on the right, 20 on the left, and people on the right, and you said everyone on the right take out $1 from their wallet and give it to the people on the left, and ask them if that's fair. They're obviously going to say, no, that's not fair, because they didn't do anything to get that money, you know what I'm saying? They didn't work. So that's what I think. Socialism is just mighty crappy, and it shouldn't be a thing. But people obviously like it, because people that work for the government always gives them the money, so they don't really care, and they don't really work for anything. So yeah, socialism is stupid, and I don't like it. So yeah.
America since 2017. A policy of lower taxes and less government regulation, that's more capitalism, has led to a robust economic expansion, something thought impossible just a few years earlier. Unemployment, notably among minority groups typically most at risk for poverty, is at a generational low. Economic expansion gets people off welfare and into work. That's less socialism. None of this requires a degree in economics. Common sense is all you need. That's why it's so frustrating to see young people praising socialism and criticizing capitalism. It's bad enough that they're working against their own interests, better job prospects, better wages, personal freedom. But they're also working against the interest of the less fortunate. Capitalism leads to economic democracy. Socialism leads to the economic dictatorship of the elite. Always and everywhere. So beware what you ask for. You just might get it. I'm Andy Puzder, the author of The Capitalist Comeback for Prager University.